Hi, good morning, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. I'm Kristin Omdahl, and this is episode 643. We're live here in Southwest Florida in my beautiful tropical backyard. It has been raining all morning, so hopefully it looks extra green. The kitties have decided to join us this morning, I suppose because the rain keeps the temperature down. I think it's been too hot out here for them the last couple of days. So funny. Hi, Joe. Good morning. If you're joining me live, please say hello. I know it takes a few minutes for people to pop over from pre-chat conversations and notifications. Good morning, Grace. Hi, Val. Hi, Lisa. Good morning. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Judy, Butterfly. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope everybody had a nice weekend. Hi, Constance and Jackie, Kathy, Margaret, Sean. Hi, Rita and Carmen, Melissa, Judy, Trina. Hi, Kim. Hi, Annie. Got lots to talk about this morning. Hi, Joyce. Lots of things to share with you. And I have already updated. Hi, Mariana. I've already updated the video description and the first fixed comment for when the video goes recorded to share all the links that I'll be talking about today. Hi, Naomi. Hi, Carrie Mate. Starting with the Bianca knit dress pattern, which I'm wearing as a tunic today, and I'll stand up in a minute and show you. I added that one already. Hi, Harvisha. So if you're interested in making this, which I am so in love with my new knit top slash dress, depending on where I'm going. I mean, it's not practical for me to wear a dress at home, so I'm wearing it as a tunic. Thank you, Lisa. Hi, Christine. Let me stand up and show you. So it is an A-line, like mini dress. So it comes to about here, but I also knit a reversible belt. When you knit one, purl one, rib in a small piece, it gives you this gorgeous fabric that is reversible on both sides, which I think is perfect for a knit belt. And so I knit the belt separately so that I had the option of tying it around the waist and blousing it up, and wearing it over leggings and a tank top. But you can see it is just as beautiful unbelted as a dress or as just an A-line tunic. You could definitely wear it as a dress or a tunic that way as well. You could even, it is top-down construction, so you could make this longer or shorter depending on how you wanted to wear it as well, or depending on your height. The pattern includes 5 sizes. I'm wearing size 40. It starts at 36 and goes to 52-inch bust. It's easy to modify as well. And not only is there the pattern available in the 5 sizes, but there's a video tutorial for it as well. Thanks for posting a link to the pattern, Judy. Thank you, Vilik. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Chris. Yeah, so in the video tutorial, I show you how to make this absolutely stunning stitch pattern, which I am so in love with. I think we need to do more things in this stitch pattern as well, but I'm super happy with the way this turned out. I used Be So Sporty bling yarn in color Caribbean turquoise. Hi, Sherry. Thank you, Melanie. Vilik's knitting now. Wonderful. All right, so I talked about the top slash dress and how you can wear it in lots of different ways, and you have lots of ways to modify it as well because it is top-down construction and worked in 2 pieces. Hi, left is something, left is right with Sandy. Thank you. Good morning. Hi, Sherry. Happy Monday, everybody. Oh, I blow dried my hair to this morning. You can hardly tell. It looks frizzy already. It's because of the rain and the humidity. Oh, well. Hi, Lottie. Oh, couple of updates. Let's see, what else was I? Oh, so the Mystery Crochet Along Shawl and Mystery Knit Along Shawl, the part 2 updates have already gone out this morning. So if you already ordered either of those patterns, I have sent out the part 2 updates this morning. If you haven't joined it yet and you want to download the pattern, The pattern will also, if you order it right now, it'll include parts 1 and 2, and then next Monday we'll be releasing part 3 and all of the shawl, and then you'll get to see my photos and everything too, so I'm super excited for next Monday. But in the meantime, if you are working on it or you want to work on it, part 2 of both shawls have been released today, and the videos will premiere for part 2 for both shawls right after the podcast. So at 10 a.m. this morning, I'll be releasing the video premiere for the Mystery Crochet Along shawl part 2. And then at 10:30 this morning, I'll be premiering the video for the Mystery Knit Along shawl part 2. So if you can join me live, wonderful. I'll be there in the live chat answering questions if anybody has any. And if you end up watching the videos later on in the day, or whenever you feel like watching them, or whenever you're working on the shawls, you can always leave comments there as well. And, oh, Kitty knocked on the door. You can leave comments there as well, and I get notified for those as well. So super excited for all of you to get started on part 2. And yeah, so we'll be doing the videos right after this. And so I've already added the links to both of those video premieres in the video description. So if you are wanting to join me, you can from there. If you've already subscribed to my channel and click the bell notification button, you will get notified when those videos are 2 minutes away from starting later today. So again, that'll be at 10 a.m. for the Crochet Along part 2 and 10:30 a.m. for the Knit Along shawl pattern part 2. And it is now 9 a.m. so that's roughly an hour and a half from now. Thank you, Heidi. I appreciate it. I love my new top too. It's super easy to knit and super quick to knit because of the drop stitches that we worked in there. So this is a relatively quick project for such a large project. Dresses aren't necessarily quick projects, so by incorporating drop stitches into the stitch pattern, I was able to make this dress a quicker type of a project, which always makes me happy. Welcome back, Christine. Glad you're back. Glad you're feeling better. Let's see, what did I, okay. All right, so if you are already subscribed to my mailing list, you got a couple of emails from me this weekend, one of which was for a sale that we were having, and some of the parts have sold out and some of them have not, and there were other parts that I forgot to mention in the email, so I thought I'd go over that now too. And let's see, so oh, actually, I should tell you about what's on the new updates on Amazon too. So, you know the Bright Tech lamp that I've been promoting for a long time because I'm so in love with it. It has the big LED light on it and the magnifying lens. Well, I was ordering mine through Bright Tech for a long time, but it's now come to my attention that they're available on Amazon. So if anybody's interested in purchasing that lamp on Amazon, I've now added it to my Amazon shop, and the link is in the video description and in the comments. And also I have an update on the Vinylux nail polish that I'm so in love with that's in my Amazon shop. I told you last week that I was going to buy some extra colors, and so now that I have the extra colors, I thought it might be helpful for you to see them on camera rather than just on the website photos on there. So the two colors that I purchased originally were Tropics and Cake Pop. Cake Pop is a very opaque light pink, which is my favorite to wear on my fingernails when I'm doing videos because it covers my nail completely. I don't like sheer nail polish very much. I think you get a much better coverage with opaque polish. And so this is one of my favorite go-to colors for my fingernails, unless it's an event. Sometimes I like bright colors, but I always like bright colors on my toes. So this is Cake Pop and Tropics. Those are the first two colors I bought. But Coral's not my go-to color for toes. I usually like a bright pink or a red, so I wanted to show you the bright pink and red that I purchased and show them to you next to the coral, because I think one of the best ways to compare colors is to compare them to other colors. Or one of the best ways to understand a shade of a color is to compare it to other colors. So here's Tropics, that coral that I bought, and then here's my new Hot Pop Pink, which is a great classic Barbie color, and then this is Wildfire, which is like a medium red. It's not super dark, it's not super blue, it's not super orange, it's just like a good classic red. So between Barbie pink and classic red, those are usually my go-to colors for toes. So I wanted to show you those colors compared to the coral, just to get an idea of, these are the colors I like. There's 44 colors from this nail polish company. So, you know, you pick the colors that you like. I just wanted to show you, since these colors I purchased, I wanted to be able to show you them in real time. Okay, then another color that I bought is Negligee, because I thought maybe doing a lighter nude would be nice, but turns out that this is sheer, not opaque like Cake Pop, so I still prefer Cake Pop to Negligee. And the color is not nearly as different. I thought this was going to be more white and less pink. Turns out they're more similar than they are different, so it really wasn't what I was going for. I really wanted to get something that was a little more white to really do something different than a pink. So anyway, scratch that. Then the other color that I have is called Butterfly Queen, and this is a full-blown glitter polish. Now, there are pluses and minuses to going with a glitter polish. They are a little harder to get off when you go to take it off, but they are super duper fun, and this nail polish company happens to have quite a few really gorgeous glitters. So if you're interested in glitter, this is the Butterfly Queen colorway, which I happen to love on toes more than fingers, but just keep in mind that when you're doing a glitter polish, it takes a little longer to take the polish off. And then just real quick, these polishes are a gel polish that do not require a lamp. You don't need a base coat. You put the 2 coats of the nail polish on, 1 coat of the top coat, and it lasts on natural nails for a week. So I am super, super excited to be doing this. They're easy to put on. It's easy to do because the brush is actually curved to fit your nail bed really well. And as far as taking the polish off, I got asked a few questions last week. Is it hard to take off? It takes a little longer to rub this polish off than, say, a regular drugstore brand of nail polish, but it's still something you can do with acetone nail polish remover and what do you call it? Cotton balls. You don't need anything fancy. You don't need to soak them off. It just takes a little bit longer than a regular polish. So a couple more rubs, that's it. It's called Vinylux, and I've posted a link in the video description for where you can find it, Lisa. It's really, really awesome stuff. Okay, what else? So I talked about Bright Tech and Vinylux. I wanted to make sure I got to everything today. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to tell you about is, and if anyone has questions, ask me. If I can get to them, I will. So we did a really fun sale this weekend on my website. If you are signed up for my mailing list, you already know about this. I did a mystery yarn bag sale and a mystery bead bag sale. The yarn bags have sold out already, unfortunately. There are a few of the bead bags left, so if you would like to order any of the mystery bead bags, you still can. There is a link in the video description under, let's see, where would it be? Under accessory shop, where you can find that. And also I have other things on sale as well. I reduced the prices of my beauty products pretty drastically this weekend because I'm thinking to stop making them for sale and start sharing recipes in like ebook format instead. So if you would like to take advantage of some huge discount sales, I have my amazing healing balm on sale. I think there's a massage candle left. I know that I still have the moisturizing toner and what was the other one? And the cleansing oil left. So if you want deep discounts on any of those, you can find those in my accessory shop. I also put the Wrapture fragrant balm on sale. It's normally $30. It's only $9.99. So if you want to grab one of those, they're great for putting in your purse to smell a little Wrapture. I also restocked the large bottles of Wrapture this weekend. I know that they were sold out for a while, so I have some of those available. And what else? Yeah, so between the beauty product sales and the accessory shop sales, you can find both of those links in the video description. Oh, Judy's posting links here as well. So lots of stuff still on sale, even though a few things sold out over the weekend. There's still lots of stuff on sale if you want to get some huge discounts. Hello from France. Hi, Holy. All right, great, Thea. Okay, does anybody have any oh, what else are I gonna say? Oh yeah, I can't tell you about the rest of the stuff. How's that for a tease? So I know I'm working on new patterns and have been busy. If this wasn't enough to do all weekend, I worked on new patterns too. So I do have new patterns coming soon, and I think you're gonna love them. I know I do, and I'll be announcing more as soon as they get closer to completion. But I'm thinking about doing I'm gonna try to get it done in time for August, but would like to do a new mystery knit along and mystery crochet along shawls, but in different yarns for August. So that's the goal. We'll see if I can get it done in time. If it's not for the beginning of August, it could certainly be for, I don't know, mid-August, beginning September, I don't know, but I have some ideas for shawls that are different than the ones we did this time, and different yarns, and just completely different, but still shawls. And I think that, and what I've been trying to figure out as I learn the mystery along component to designing is how, you can't do one stitch pattern and do it the whole time, right? You have to have different components that make sense for the different parts and the different mysteries. So it's just been a whole new component to making a puzzle out of something that I normally don't think about that component when designing. So it's been super fun to figure out what makes sense for breaking something down into mystery parts so that you would have no idea what's coming next. And I've got some construction ideas for the next, like these two shawls we're doing right now, they're sampler shawls, so it's very easy to break those down into mystery components. But what I wanted to do for the next set of mystery crochet along and mystery knit alongs is maybe do the mystery steps based on construction. So that's what I'm working on behind the scenes right now. I feel like I've talked nonstop since we started, so I'm going to pause here for a second and see if there's any questions. Thanks, Thea. And hello to anybody that I missed. Hi, Barbara. And obviously what I'm saying right now will make more sense when once something comes out, but you know. And thanks everybody for filling out my survey last week. It certainly helped me understand what you're looking for in mystery knit-alongs and mystery crochet-alongs, and kind of validated what I was already thinking too. So nice to know that we're on the same page, but even if we weren't on the same page, that's what surveys are for, to get on the same page. So I appreciate everybody taking time out of your busy schedule to answer those questions for me. No, Christine, I did not do that yet. Hello, Cindy. Joan, what am I wearing? I'm wearing the new Bianca knit lace dress as a tunic today, and there is a link in the video description to download the pattern. It is a combination of a mini chevron stitch with a drop stitch, which makes it a relatively quick project to make, and it's an A-line shift dress that comes with the belt too, so you can easily wear it as a dress or a flowy tunic, or if you wanted to wear a belt, you could also wear it, blouse up the top and wear it as a tunic that way as well. Either way, and doesn't even have to be the handmade belt. You could wear a store-bought belt for that as well. But the tunic slash dress can be worn multiple ways because of that flowy A-line shape. I love it too, Joan. Thank you. Could you use Be So Lush for the Fernanda top? Well, the Fernanda top is made in Be So Sporty yarn, which is the #2 sport weight yarn, and you're asking to substitute a #1 fingering weight yarn. So even though you can do it, you will want to do a gauge swatch and block it and measure it and make sure that you A, are getting the measurements that you want, and B, like the change in drape and looseness. If, as long as all of that works out for you, then yes, you could absolutely substitute it. And if those things don't work out for you, you would have to modify the pattern from there to make the different yarn work. But all possibilities, yes. So forget who asked that. What color did I use for this? This is Be So Sporty yarn in Be So Sporty bling yarn in color Caribbean turquoise. Hopefully you can see that little bit of bling in there. So beautiful. So you could use, if you could use Be So Sporty silver bling, Be So Sporty gold bling, or Be So Sporty yarn to easily substitute yarn for this pattern. And if you wanted to use a different weight yarn, you would need to do the gauge swatch and block it and measure it, and not only make sure that you're getting the right gauge like you would if you're using the same yarn, but you would also want to make sure that you like the extra looseness or like the extra tightness, depending on if you went up or down in yarn thickness. Because that's not only, when you're substituting yarns by different weights, not only do you have to make sure you're getting the right gauge to make the same size as the pattern calls for, but then because you're changing yarn thickness, you're changing the drapiness, you're changing the looseness or tightness of the stitches. So it's all things that you want to experiment with. And so experimenting on a gauge swatch size is such a great way to determine whether, oh gosh, no, that's not the same look, or no, that's not the look I'm going for. Oh my gosh, yes, that's the look I'm going for. You'd much rather find out the answer to those questions after a few minutes of experimenting rather than many, many hours of experimenting. So it's always good to do that first. Shima, she never gets her size right, either too big or too small whenever I try to crochet wearables. Well, there has to be at some point when you come close. So coming close is not bad, but you know, anytime a pattern has a knitting needle or crochet hook size written in the pattern, that is simply the suggested size that the designer happened, or the knitter or crocheter happened to do for making that sample. Your tension is personal and unique to you, just like your fingerprints, and so it is always meant as just a suggestion. And so whatever size, and meaning a jumping off point, try this one first. But if this one doesn't work, go up or down based on your personal tension. It is never meant as an absolute that you have to make this project with this size crochet hook or knitting needle. I can't say it loud enough, and I can't say it often enough, because it is something that is just miscommunicated so many times over the years, and there is no wrong size for you to use if you're getting the right gauge and you're getting the right look that you're going for. Whatever size crochet hook or knitting needles I use when I'm knitting is based on my personal tension, and whatever you're using to get the same gauge to make the same sized pieces is based on your personal tension. It does not make anybody inferior or superior. It is simply unique to whatever however you knit or crochet. So don't ever feel like if you're not getting gauge based on the number written in the pattern for the size of knitting needles or crochet hooks, it does not make you an inferior knitter or crocheter. It just means your tension is different than from the person whoever wrote it in the first place. What is a mystery clue for? Cindy, we're doing a mystery crochet along and mystery knit along shawl patterns this month. So what I've been doing is over the last 3 weeks, releasing a certain part of the shawl every week, so it's a surprise and nobody knows what they're making until it's done. So last week we released part 1 for the mystery crochet along and the mystery knit along. Then this week we released part 2 for the mystery crochet along and mystery knit along. And then next week, and then next week we'll release part 3, the final release for both the mystery crochet along and mystery knit along. These are 2 separate things, so very exciting, and everybody's been sharing their photos and it's been super fun, but it's still a surprise, so everybody is working on it and doesn't know what they're actually making yet. So it's been fun to have all this anticipation and surprise going on. Let's see. Ramya, I can't help. I'm sorry about that, but that's because of the laws between India and U.S. right now. I mean, I'm sorry. It's not my fault, though. Let's see. Okay, Kat wants to know, do you block individual squares before you attach them to make a whole blanket, or do you wait till all squares are attached? Great question, because if you are trying to sew pieces together, it is much easier to sew them together if you have blocked them first, because it makes the edges smooth and straight. When the edges are smooth and straight, you can see where to put your sewing stitches much easier than when the piece isn't blocked yet, especially since when you're trying to join 2 pieces together, they will also not only be smooth and straight, but they'll be more uniform and more similar so that you can line them up together better. So if you're joining pieces together, and this applies to knitting or to sewing too, you always want to iron something first before you sew it together so that you get everything smooth and straight and uniform. Well, the same thing applies to knitting and crochet, but instead of ironing, we're blocking. And blocking simply means, you know, smoothing everything out with the addition of some amount of water or moisture. Because it is how a project is, how yarn is affected by water, that helps you decide how big something will eventually be. But in that process, it also smooths and straightens it out. So great question, Kat. Thanks, Judy, for the extra links. Yes, the mystery knit along and mystery crochet along patterns are the patterns. The videos are not meant to be standalone pattern videos. They are supplemental to help you with the patterns. So each of the videos either helps you read the pattern or helps you do some stitches. So like, for example, this morning on video part 2 of the mystery crochet along, I will be demonstrating crocheting the stitches because there are new stitches used in part 2 that we didn't use in part 1. Now in part 2 video for the mystery knit along, I'm not going to be knitting in that video because there are no stitches in part 2 that you didn't already learn in part 1. But there are components to the pattern that I feel are more difficult to read, so the lesson in part 2 video for the mystery knit along is how to read the pattern. And this is going to apply to both patterns when we get to part 3. There are parentheses, brackets, and ellipses in the patterns to help you understand how to read the repeat across each row as they get to be larger rows. And so as we go along here, I will be teaching more about how to read a pattern row when it has those multiple sets of repeats in there. So in the part 2 knitting video this morning that releases at 10:30, so what's that, about an hour from now, I'm going to show you how to read something in parentheses and in brackets. And then next week we'll talk about how to read a row that has ellipses, brackets, and parentheses. And once you understand it, you'll be good to go, and it'll help you be able to read so many more patterns that are already existing. Wholly, if you had no problem joining your pieces together without blocking first, it's fine. It's just if anybody's having problem joining pieces together, blocking certainly makes it easier. Yes, Ramya, I sent you a link to information from the U.S. Postal Service that showed which countries are not accepting packages from the U.S. based on COVID-19 right now. It is completely out of my hands, and India happened to be one of those countries right now. It's not because you live in India, it's because your country is not accepting packages from the U.S. right now. That's all. Ah, Martina worked on another Cosmo bag this weekend. That's great. Yes, Rita, each pattern is $1.99. The knitting pattern and crochet pattern are completely separate. Oh, no, not each. Oh, I misunderstood the question. The knitting pattern is $1.99. The crochet pattern is $1.99. You only pay for each one time. When I send out new releases, part 1, 2, and 3, new updates, they are free of charge. Once you pay for the $1.99 pattern from the beginning, you're paid for it. I send out new updates with new surprises and new sections of the pattern, but you only pay for it the one time. It is only $1.99. $1.99 for the crochet pattern, $1.99 for the knit pattern, one time, and I send you out all of the updates at no additional charge after that. I misread the question. I thought you were asking if they were combined. They're completely different, but you only pay for it one time, and all the updates are free of charge. Does that make sense now? Did I answer that question correctly now? Does anybody have any more questions? I think they've had some great questions today. Ooh, and we've got 29 minutes till the next live premiere video. If you want to join me for any of the live premieres this morning, we'll be doing the crochet part 2 mystery crochet along video at 10 o'clock, and then we'll be doing the knit part 2 mystery knit along shawl pattern video at 10:30. Each one of those is linked in the video description below, as well as in the comments. And if you've already subscribed to my channel or already getting notifications from my channel, you'll get notified when about 2 minutes before the premieres. But if you want to find them, you can find them now. If you enjoyed this podcast, please give it a thumbs up. If you have friends that might enjoy the podcast or any of the thousands of tutorial videos that I have here, please always feel welcome to share my videos with your friends. I'd appreciate it. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed all the show and tell, all the new exciting information, and all of the sneak peeks. Hope you enjoyed chatting with me and everyone else here. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day. So I'll see you in a few minutes at 2 live premiere videos this morning, and then I'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place for the next podcast.